been getting dumb, starting light and near. I shine bright like a dope idea. I got more in store like IKEA. I only brew the best on Milwaukee beer. I get cracking like the top of the can. I come through dipping with a crew, all baddies. Whole team shining like some bad boy jackets. Teach them how to stunt like a 50 Cent classic. Bums can't see me like Stevie Ray glasses.
Off of the wall. Cheese bagel, eat it with free fago. Any meal without the mayo is boring like playing kale. School's out, I'm acting a fool now. I've been cutting up in class, they saying I'm too loud. Well, forget I'm too proud, forget I'm too lit. Loving up on this crowd, I'm loving the new the way she walk away, well forget I'm all alone. I'm telling all of these people I'm from the land of Capone. College boy, I'ma give it a try, but I never been scared of these bright white lights. Cause I wear my sunglasses at night, so y'all don't see my eyes. Cause y'all don't realize these lights will make you go blind, blind, blind. It's the answer, I'm better. I do it like Ferg. I'm on a new level. Gimmick me, gimmick rap. Give me the fucking pen back. All these new out the game is whack. Now, none of y'all deserve the accolade of fans. Walking around talking like how you got bands. Chores for me, keep pushing, I'ma keep crushing. Who think you copy it? I could write better rhymes if I didn't have a brain, a hand, a kidney, some lungs, like ears, nose, mouth. My dick pen a masterpiece before you rub one out. Don't call me big, I keep that flame. Weezy F taught me to shine all day. Stand next to handsome and I bet you'll say, man, it's too bright, pass some shades my way.
Beloved gang, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's 11-something on a Thursday. That means it's time for you to pop that umbrella and definitely look at that Doppler radar, because you about to be swimming in a tsunami of these bad waves. Now let's go around the room and see who we got in the building. We got Ramon, the Savage Slayer Smith, a.k.a. Don't Stop Moaning. Come on, Moaning.
I say yeah.
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 Yeah. Cause you make me feel my homie.
Come on.
My homie Moaning.
Come on.
My homie Moaning.
And I feel alright. I say yeah. 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 Woo. All right.
Take it easy. You must be happy you're streaming again the way y'all acting up in here.
I know, right?
Okay. So what that probably mean, you probably happy to say,
you know I love you, moaning, moaning. You know I love you, moaning, moaning.
Yoo-hoo. Oh, man. I'm going to keep it all the way funky with you. I'm a little hoarse today.
I heard
yeah,
that.
you know, I work with the chillin'.
Those vocals in there.
Man, them vocals are horrible today. I work with the chillin'. And the children, man, you know, the weather's better.
Right.
Okay, it's nice out.
Yeah.
So you know how it is in Chicago or in the Midwest.
Oh, man.
Everybody acting up. The grown folks in that school acting up. People looking to get on that good old cuss out list.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And you know what? I got something funky to serve up fresh. Matter of fact, let's start serving right now. My name is Warren Phoenix Johnson, but the correct pronunciation of my name is
The Big Bad Warren Phoenix Johnson.
You guys like that shit? Like this guy?
The Asiatic black man backhand handling business. And speaking of some of this business, let me tell you how it's going down today. We're going to roll into our new segment, a little segment we like to call
You May Have.
because you may have heard and you may have not. Then we're going to roll into the Hakaman Hookup, where we suit essential workers giving us our essential needs. And then we're going to roll into the... Yeah, that's right. We're going to roll into the ins and outs. Relationship advice. We crack open a novel of one of our love lives and realize that even if you don't know what's going on, improvising will make it even more fun. And we will not get to a yo, what, man? That is a segment that some call trash talk, but the streets know it as prophecy. Before we move any further, Ramon, tell us about your week, Daddy.
I watched Tom Brady roast on Netflix.
Yeah, you know, I saw some clips of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some clips.
Too long. Too long.
That's the same thing he's probably saying about his career.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, I mean, honestly, this wasn't the highlight of my week, but I was like watching that, you know, because like, let's sit down, let me watch this. Dude, I'm like falling asleep. I'm like, is this thing still going on? It's got to be at least like 3 or 4 hours long.
What?
I'm guessing. It seemed like that.
That roast is overcooked.
Man. I mean, it's like went on and on. I mean, some of the comments were funny and, you know, but it was like, after a while, it's like, dang, you know. And people were there. Like, I'm like, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
like,
I didn't know they were friends.
Like, right. And I'm like, why is she even like roasting
anyone?
You know. And it was crappy too. Like she was reading off the teleprompter. And I guess she's not a good teleprompter reader.
Hey, that makes her and the U.S. president. He was like, for America, pause. Oh my God. Oh my God. That was the wrong sting, but somehow it was appropriate.
Yeah. I think that's a sting for all the everything the president does.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I missed the toilet again.
It's a rough ride we're going on. They were like, anybody but Joe. And then they're like, well,
Right.
at least Trump had some sound bites.
Yeah. I locked myself in the closet again.
When did he age so? Well, I guess being the president does that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, remember when he won? Like, he jogged down the aisle, or whatever. You know, and he's like, yeah, everybody celebrating. He came out jogging. Oh, Joe. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this for everybody and this for everybody. And then 2 days later, oh, where are my keys?
We'll do it live.
That's crazy. I mean, everybody that goes in there, like, they look young as hell, and then they come out looking old. Like, I wonder what is it that, I mean, obviously, like, the stress of being under whatever.
Oh, I mean, come on now. It can't be that stressful running the free world. Come on, Ramon. What
I don't know.
Like Dana Carvey, mother-in-law said about kids. It's no problem. Just put them in your pocket. Throw some Skittles in there. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. I did stuff this weekend, this week from now. But I definitely want to give a big shout out to my homeboy, Sean the Don, Roshan, God, I can't remember his last name. I was about to give him a plug, like, yo, go to my man's barbershop.
Right.
He moved out of his shop into like a single room with just a chair in it.
Oh, really?
And I walked in there and I was like, yo, what is this ghetto ass? But then after sitting there getting my hair cut, I was like, oh, this is way better. There's no, like, you know, it's only us.
Right.
You know, it's only his clients. Who over time, I'm saying we become friends, but we know
right.
it's a similar flavor of people. So it's just like it went essentially from going to a shop, kind of watching your language,
Right.
But still, doing barbershop-esque things.
Right.
To like, oh, the homies up in here, pour that bottle, big dog. Like
Yeah.
it got really comfortable really quickly.
Nice.
Yeah, we even literally just had a random kickback. Nobody was getting their haircut this weekend. Sunday afternoon. Like, it was all set up and scheduled. We're going to go up in there Sunday.
Oh, just hang out?
Yeah, and we drinking, we eating, we talking ish. And it was beautiful. I was like, oh, this might be that new.
New joint. What? So it's like it's in his house or something, or is?
No, it's in one of those like buildings that have different office spaces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it might be. I think it's about to be the new demo.
I mean, that's good for him because making his own money instead of like renting the chair.
Right. Yeah, because they went up on him. They went up. That was the problem. They went up on him in rent.
Oh, okay.
$600 a month to cut hair in there to $800.
Oh man.
Now we're going past car payments into regular rent.
Right. Like it's like an apartment.
I rented an apartment for $800 in Edgewater in a nice neighborhood. So
Right.
like I'm like, bro, you renting a chair in Uptown?
Right. Man. So is he? I wonder how much he's paying rent now though.
I think it's the same. I think it's like $600 or something.
Okay.
Either way,
But now he can like have his own hours. Like he
on
can,
vibe. I mean, it's
Yeah.
again, I didn't. It's not just a chair. There's furniture.
Right.
There's a huge television. There's a PlayStation.
But it's his own demonstration. Like, it ain't
right.
like I gotta be in here with all these other people.
Yeah, and abide by these rules. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember when we would drink and have our bottles, there was like the main guy be like, take that in the back. Take that over there. If you put it in a cup in the back, and he come over here. Then there was one of his other clients who was over there who wasn't really wilding out, but I
Right.
guess he was speaking loudly. He was like, I'm telling you, Sean, when I see them like that, because look, I got customers too, Sean. And then the brother was like, you need to calm down. See how Warren comes in and he has his drink and he cracks his little jokes. Or then I'm like, bro, why you putting me in this? Like, don't even put me in this. Why am I a part of it? And then dude's like, nah, but Warren be up in here clowning now too. Warren, don't you be clowning. I'm like, bro, see, this is what I'm talking about. Why y'all? This don't have nothing to even do with me, bro.
Right.
Okay, you the one talking about stuff. I don't need to be involved in. I don't know why you using me as a, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's none of that now. And
Yeah.
then there's no cluckers coming in randomly selling stuff that you don't need.
Yeah.
But it's a good price, so you gonna cop.
'Cause I remember when I used to get my dreads done. I used to have dreads, and I used to get them done. And this place,
Just imagine your face.
I know,
with dreads on them.
dude, I had dreads like to here, to like back in the day.
Where is the picture?
Actually, I got a picture. I'll show you. My Six Flags. I took out Six Flags pass years ago, and the ID has like a picture of me with some dreads.
I would love to see.
Yeah, I'll show you. Cause I was talking to somebody else at the gym, and they was like, "What? You with dreads?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You used to have dreads," and I kind of wish I didn't cut them off like at the time. I mean, they probably would have fell off by now. Yeah, I kind of wish I think when I cut them off, I was like, because I work out a lot and stuff, so they would get like sweaty and stuff, and it was like I didn't like when them look crazy. So one day I think I got home, and I was like, you know what, screw this, and I just cut them off, which I regret now.
I understand. I had braids, and I used to get my hair braided by this like loudmouth chicken head. Well, I mean, a couple of young ladies braided my hair. There was, but this one baby Toya used to braid my hair, and I remember not being able to get my hair braided one day because someone shot her in the ass.
Oh dang!
It was another young lady.
Sheesh.
She was talking her baby Toya stuff, and pop.
Dang.
It was great. It was crazy. I was doing this bit one day, and this is no slight to anyone who used to braid my hair. But I used to get my hair braided by baby Toya. She wasn't a baby. I used to get my hair braided by a young lady named Candy. She wasn't sweet at all. And I was getting my hair braided by a young lady named Excellence. Mediocre. But no slight to any of these people.
Right.
Those are just jokes.
Yeah.
Jessica's in the chat.
Oh, Jessica's here.
Welcome back, Jessica. It's been a while. Good morning, gang.
Sorry.
Yeah, survive. I can't picture him with braids either.
Yeah.
Yep, shot in the arse.
Yeah.
For running their mouth, for talking ish.
Yeah. But I think before we get out of the subject, my whole point was about the barbershop was that was my first time experiencing a barbershop. Because Puerto Rico is like, barbershop, you go get your hair cut, whatever. Mm-hmm. And people have, sit around talking, there's young guys. But when I came here and I had the dreads, it was cool barbershop because it was like a hair salon, and then they had a basement. And in the basement was a recording studio. And they was like down there getting it on, like rapping and recording tracks and stuff.
That's cool.
And it was so while you wait, you can go down there and hang out with them. And they had like the cooler full of beer and Hennessy and whatever. And so you like hang out at this place. And sometimes they would have parties like after hours, like the salon closes. Yeah. And you just hang out and just go in the basement. And then like there was a DJ down there and they had like a booth. And it was like the coolest thing. It was called Why Not? And it was in West Loop. But this is like when West Loop wasn't what it is now. It was like cheaper rent. So they had this little storefront where it was the salon, and then they had the basement where it was like it was like the dopest thing ever. I was like, man, that's what all barbershops should be like.
And what was it called?
Why Not?
Oh.
Because it was like, why not? Like not.
Oh, no, yes. Why not? Yes, because of gentrification.
Yeah.
That's why not.
It's like, why not?
That's why they ain't there no more.
They were walking through the neighborhood and it's like, you got a point. Let's take all of this.
Oh, my God. We have exacerbated our time at the top of the bone. Hit them with the internet crapola.
Hey, if you want to find us on Facebook, we're in the Bad Waves Remix. If you want to find us on Instagram, we're in the Bad Waves Comedy. You can get right now. We're back on the land. Listen, Nathaniel, baby.
To you.
You can get on that YouTube under Bad Waves Comedy. Talk some shit, Nathaniel, with the bastards all day, every day.
You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio, that's Q4.org. For the first time today, Ramon and I are going to break your love.
Yeah, y'all thought I was done, huh? Nah. Powder back, baby. The queen is back. Anime. Powder. Don't test it.
Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me. Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me.
Why you wanna test me? Just cause I'm hot don't mean that you should press me. I'm saying all my feelings ratchet, don't stress me. Why you mad? Cause powder coke and you Pepsi? Need to say let's be true. I'm living right, false, you gon' do me wrong. The drug giving flight, so I'ma chop 'em on the song. Wanna see me doing bad, all down and out. I'm coming back like spring. Watch me sprout. Tell 'em you go up round. Yeah, I'm gon' find out. I could go round for round with no timeouts. Rocking these crowds with animes, got 'em like wow. Been blessed by the best, let me straighten my crown.
Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me. Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me. They know I'm the one, know I'm top notch. They losing signal, now they asking for the hot spot. I'm about to drop, I got 'em ready with the pop lock. I'm universal, but I still put on for my block. I'm faded, steady elevating, but they want me losing patience. I'm better in myself, taking a shot, never chasing. Blood, sweat, and tears, you can smell it in my fragrance. My heart into head, we air shit of it in my cadence. I don't really hurt, they wanna take me for my soul. Now I'm getting hot, they wanna be hitting on my phone. Keep it to yourself, cause I'm good over here. I could say that I did it on my own. Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me. Why you looking at me tryna test me? Taking off like a rocket, you can't check me. Been a savage on the field like I'm messy. I ain't even finna let you stress me.
If you don't know, now you do. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4.org. beloved gang, baby.
You wanted quantity, I wanted quality. I don't know how you do, but now I'm stuck on you. Ooh, baby, you got me going real crazy. Ooh, baby, now all I want is your company. My heart is on fire, express me with your love. Make me fall for you, like I always do. My heart is on fire, express me with your love. Make me fall for you, like I always do. I see my future in your eyes. When you touch me, I feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alright. I see my future in your eyes. When you touch me, I feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alright. You want to be with me, I don't see what you see. Losing my identity, we are our unity. Ooh, baby, you got me going real crazy. Ooh, baby, now all I want is your company. My heart is on fire, express me with your love. Make me fall for you, like you always do. My heart is on fire, express me with your love. Make me fall for you, like you always do. You make me feel, 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 you make me feel. I see my future in your eyes. When you touch me, I feel alive. You make me feel like I'm alright. Make me
Beloved gang, baby.
The wittiest with us is us critics. I ain't American made, I'm just here to witness. Stand American paid, it's millionaire business. I got billionaire, trillionaire, gazillionaire vision. Started with Coleco, advanced to the weed smoke. Now it's rotate like every rhyme, rewrote. Living lavish, my status came from zero. Wasn't always a rat, but yeah, right people. Late nights I cried, fighting off evil. Call bro like dog, I'm going all illegal. Selling weed out of Century or Buick Regal. I buy tennis for your daughter, plus your girl will feed you. Why hate on y'all? We do what we do. Had a small click, bougie bro. It's down on the Last Supper. Yes, y'all, this is really it. So grab your iPhone and iPads for the latest
Let's
flip.
sit at the round table, just like the Last Supper, and eat, break bread and fish, like Christ and his disciples. And I would like to give a shout out to all my folks who came through. That's bowed heads, I is there, and I'm raised too. Yeah, look at what shit all they been through. Still rolling rugged, still split it off in your lavish lifestyle. All my brothers love it. Hey yo, this the definition, the true meaning of brotherhood. Let's sit at the round table and discuss big business and reminisce on how we came from the trenches. Now it's big bottles of mo and the middle war, zillion extensions and big plump asses. Baby got a skin tone dark like molasses. Trying to cop a fly ass house and live lavish. Stuck in the worst part with pain in my heart. Never said that I could lead you, but I could feed you the bread of life. Teach you all that I can teach you. Now strive for perfection. Raise up your glasses and toast with your brethren. 120 lessons guided me in that direction. I did the math way back in my past, and I was shaking and shots with that weak ass trash. I deflect the energy and shoot back at they ass. Round table, just like the Last Supper, and eat, break bread and fish like Christ and his disciples. And I would like to give a shout out to all my folks who came through. Let's bow heads, I is here in the race too. Yeah, look at what shit all they been through. Still rolling rugged, still it off the lavish lifestyle. All my brothers love it. I'ma live for my brother,
Die for my brother, get high with my brother, smoke live with my brother. What it is, my brother. You my brother from another. I'ma live for my brother, die for my brother, get high with my brother, smoke live with my brother. What it is.
Look, this is Frank Joshua, and, well, they've done it again. I know, Bad Waves Radio, q4.org, but look, a while ago they made me release a song that I wasn't going to call What Price a Smile because they kept playing it and people liked it. And now they've gone and done it again. They've picked up an album track that I was never going to release. They've played it over and over with their funny little coffee cup dances. And, well, here it is. It's called Torture. They just make you do stuff.
It don't take much, a little's best. Drop a hint and the mind will do the rest. Better yet, the vaguest note. A night away, there's 50 points for a direct quote. And convince yourself you might be leaving. And let them know you can't be hurt. But once you've started the ball rolling, don't dare go back on your word, no, no. One word, one hint, a white lie, just to play the game of torture. Him for you, her for me, so we stir the mess of torture. Stir the mess of torture. We stir the mess of torture. Stir the mess of torture. I started this, so I'm to blame. I tried to win a race that wasn't running, and you think you're being truthful, but those honest eyes only call for retaliation. And you must ask, or take the fate, was it really all for your own protection? All for your own protection. One word, one hint, a white lie, just to play the game of torture. Him for you, her for me, so we stir the mess of torture. Stir the mess of torture. We stir the mess of torture. Stir the mess of torture. And though you really hurt yourself, and though you really hurt yourself, and though you really hurt yourself, and though you really hurt yourself. One word, one hint, a white lie, just to play the game of torture. Him for you, her for me, so we stir the mess of torture. Stir the mess of torture. We stir the mess of torture. We stir the mess of torture. Play the game of torture. Stir the mess of torture.
You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Oh, yeah.
We back on the land, listen, Nathaniel.
To you.
And before we move any further, I gotta tell you what you just heard. We kicked our whole broadcast off with a beloved banger by Handsome Ass Dan. Shout out to Handsome Ass Dan, who was featured with Diesel. And you know, Diesel and Handsome Dan are rocking with that
Beloved gang, baby.
It's still the gang you run with or run from. Itchy Bomb or Ricky Bomb. Oh, wait, it's actually Itchy Ma or Ricky Bomb, because I'm sure everyone's out there making sure that I check my made-up slang. All right, so with that being said, and there was a gentleman named Link in this as well. It's White Lights. It's one of my favorite beloved anthems. Because I don't know, it's got to feel. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spend all day kissing ass here. I'm probably gonna spend all day kissing ass. All right, so out of that, we went to Powder featuring Anna Mays. Now, Powder was on a Crystal Poppin' song, and a lot of people know that will often play certain artists all the time, and then sometimes they will have someone who's featured with them that will come across and will be like, oh, maybe we need to hear what they sound like.
Right, let's see what they sound like.
And so Powder was one of those people. So big shout out to Powder for having a song on a playlist without Crystal Poppin', but she did have someone named Anna Mays, and I did go check out some of Anna Mays, so maybe Anna Mays may end up in this playlist. Yeah. But definitely big shout out to Powder with the song Test Me. And out of Test Me, we went to, speaking of people who feature on songs, Tabiosha. Wow. I went down. So she was featured on a Stephen Voice song.
Yeah.
Tabiosha was. And I had to go check out her stuff. Wow. She got some, boy, she not playing.
Bangers.
She not playing. Tabiosha not playing with y'all asses out here, man. She definitely going to be back in the playlist. But that song right there, that pause, is beautiful. We do have some people in the chat, but you know what? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Because there's some stuff in the chat, and for those of us who actually have kept up with some of the saga that's been happening in the chat from time to time, it's a very interesting development. Now back to you people that are listening and don't care about our YouTube channel. So then we went out of that into G Mills featuring Deuce Nazareth with Last Supper. And then we hopped up out of that and went into blah, 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 blah. Don't you tell me, because it was Frank Joshua with Torture. Big shout out to Frank Joshua. Now what's interesting is we got an email about this particular song. This actually was not in the regular rotation of Frank Joshua songs that was gonna play, but it is one of my favorites. And I think he's re-releasing it or something. It was in a press release. He mentioned us. Some Frank Joshua did because he said it was us. Because we liked this song. He's like, man, I'm rolling that mother sucker back out.
There you go.
So big up to Frank Joshua for understanding that this song is a banger. He said that people told him it was a banger after, I guess, us being fanboys as we are, as we tortured social media with our dances. I guess it got back to Frank that they actually like this song. So he's putting a little more love in its rollout or re-rollout, because it was supposed to be just the album track that it's just there's another track that nobody hears on just an album. Nothing I'm doing a video to, blah 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 blah. But now Frank Joshua was like, you know what?
Yeah,
let's play the game of torture.
All
right, and that was all Stir the mess of Georgia. Play the game of Georgia. Sound like a damn James Bond villain.
I know, right?
Talking about although you really hurt yourself. Which is so true, though. I'm not about to get into the psychology of it, but you ever get into it with somebody and it does nothing but hurt them? You gain nothing from this.
Yeah.
But you're just really hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself.
Right. They don't understand that.
Because let's just say I have a problem with somebody at a place where people like me at. And I decide I want to leave a place because of this person. Who you think is going to be upset? Who they going to be upset with? They going to be upset with me because I don't want to be around this energy?
Right.
Or they going to be upset with you for making the person that everybody like leave?
They're upset with you. Making the person they like leave?
Yeah, some people need to think about that. All right, let's keep this thing going. Now, in the chat, there has been some beef and some ongoings happening. I don't want to call it a beef, but ongoings happenings between our old friend Sean Chantel and our new friend Jessica. And Jessica has now done what people need to really understand what to do. This almost plays into what I was just talking about. Jessica has gone on record to apologize to Sean Chantel if he is watching or listening. She says, I do sincerely apologize for my past behavior and letting anger get the best of me. I'm sorry to Sean also. Thank you, Jessica. You know, Jessica, it takes a lot for people to do that. And for that, we give you a salute.
Respect. Man, that's good.
I mean, especially given after all the shite they said to each other. Dear God. So that's really nice of her to like, I mean, not even really nice, but like really big of her, or even like to be self-aware enough to be like, yo, man, you know what? I let that get to me. I was tripping.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, how many people don't do that? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's almost like if you were at a place where all the people liked you and you wanted to leave, but somebody did something and you have no choice but to get the hell out of there. Anyway, let's keep this party going. It is now time for our news segment. A little segment we like to call
You May Have.
Because you may have heard and you may have not. Leading the way, like our own comedic olive branch, is Ramon the Savage Slayer Smith, a.k.a.
Don't Stop Moaning.
Come on!
I say yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you make me feel. Come on. Come on. And I feel alright. I say yeah. Yeah. Woo. All right. Oh, take it easy over there. Take it easy.
My headphones. Okay. Maybe I got a little excited when I was trying to express that. Moaning, you know I love you, moaning, moaning. You know I love you, moaning, moaning.
Hey, you.
Whoa,
man.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have been getting some great sleep. I can't even use that as an excuse. Didn't somebody ask? Who was that who asked? It was like, hey, man, what does he do in the morning? That be having him coming in here like that. Hey, a custodian the other day at work was like, hey, bro, why you always be so pumped up? Like, I don't know, man. I've been that way since I was a child. All right, with all that being said, hit him off. Daddy!
All right. Baltimore area teacher has been accused of doing something. It's a teacher who was not happy with how his boss gave him a review of his performance, So he basically he said, I don't get you for giving me that performance. Went to AI and made it appear that his boss was a racist by I guess copying his voice or, using the AI machine. For him to say anti-Semite stuff, what do you call it?
Anti-Semitic, yes.
Anti-Semitic stuff or words and I don't know if he said LGBTQ people, but racist and anti-Semitic. So
his voice. So he had his voice saying it, but it wasn't him.
It wasn't him, but they had his voice saying it. So I can imagine they went like, "Those Jews. Why are they so?"
I don't know if you want any of that, big dog.
No, but can you? No, I wouldn't say anything about the Jews, but I'm saying like imagine like this guy like go to AI and then they like, he said it. I heard him. He was saying, you want to hear it? I got a recording of him saying these awful words about the Jewish people, and see, this is my freaking phone.
I didn't want you to necessarily acknowledge it. I just want you to turn off whatever.
Yeah,
that makes the noise because we were on our way to a good run of jokes.
Yeah. So he's like, I swear, like I got him recorded. I recorded him secretly, and you can hear him clearly talk about the Jewish community. And like so with AI, you would expect it to be like, yeah, screw those Jews, whatever, But it's like, hey, screw those Jews.
Oh, is that what happened?
No, I'm just that's how I'm sounding in my mind.
How did he know?
No,
how did he know?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they figured out that he wouldn't say something like that.
That's so funny because it's almost one of those things where it's like, oh, really? He said that? Let's ask his Jewish wife.
Right. Let's go to a synagogue and see if anybody says
this. Turns out his rabbi thinks you're lying.
Right. Oh man.
The rabbi says this is clearly.
Rabbi says this is
clearly artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
All right, keep it going.
A woman. Oh man, my computer's acting like super slow. So a woman says she's addicted to sex. She is a self-confessed nymphomaniac, and she says that it's an addiction that started. They said, when did this start? She said she felt a little different when she was about 17. She started early in her sexual activity. I guess she started watching porn and stuff, and she didn't realize at the age of 25 that she has a sexual addiction. So as far that she wakes up in the morning, masturbates about 3 or 4 times before she even goes to work. And at work.
I love you, baby. And if it's quite all right, I need you, baby.
I know, right?
On the lonely nights.
But I guess it's to the point where it was
wonderful. You sound like a nice lady. No, please.
It sounds like a nice lady, but I guess it was getting to the point where she's at work and she has to masturbate.
Yeah.
Even like she would have to go to the bathroom.
Well, she's working overtime, I see.
She's working overtime. And she would have to, go to the bathroom, or she say, well, sometimes she was in the bathroom, she would, in her office, close the door, masturbate. Even sometimes when people were around, she would have to, like, I guess, do it discreetly because she was thinking so much about sex. But you know what? It's funny is that it doesn't say anything about her having sex with people. It's about masturbating all these times.
We can fix that.
Yeah, right? That's what I think she probably needs. A good man to give her a run for her money.
Hey, maybe a bad man can do it too.
That's
right. We run things no run we. Everything we do, we have to do properly. Run the streets no run we. Sorry, it's a wonderful song. We run the uptown and downtown posse. Uptown and downtown posse.
There you go.
That old wet posse.
Old wet posse.
Yeah, one of my favorite gangster stories is the lore of the Jamaican Splash Posse.
Is that real?
It's a real thing, Splash Posse. I believe it is. That's what she needs.
That's what she needs.
The Splash Posse.
The Splash Posse.
So what's her IG?
I know, right? Well, she didn't say.
She needs to say.
She needs to say. She probably.
Does she say where she is in the world?
No. It doesn't say either. I think
I'm gonna find
you and make you happy.
All right, you gonna stop slapping that nappy?
Yeah, well, it was so bad that she had to take therapy for it. Like she could have just gotta, somebody just break her off.
What kind of therapy?
I guess regular therapy or sexual therapy. A therapist who kind of told her, you're all right. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just so basically, the therapist got her in check. Well, he kind of like helped her out a little bit and said, like, you just got to find boundaries. Not masturbating everywhere. Just basically try to make rules where you just masturbate in the morning at home, and then kind of like make yourself a prize to like that you got through the day without doing it. So when you get home, that's your prize, and basically you can go do it again.
What's she look like? Any pics?
I'm pretty sure she's not attractive.
Oh, bro, what you on, cuz? Why would you say that? I'm making up something in my mind.
Because it's like, like when you say, oh man, like, and I'm not trying to like say anything bad about it, but like you see movies or like a porn movie, it's like these hot chicks together, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're always hot chicks, but in real life, are there many hot chicks that look like that?
Does your plumber really have a 6-pack?
Right.
Abs?
Like I've seen some real girls on girls, and they don't look like that.
I've never had a pizza delivery boy make his pecs jump.
Man.
Okay.
No.
Normally his titties are dropping in my pepperoni.
Man, right? Oh man!
Oh my god!
Well, speaking of masturbating,
yes.
These congenital conjoined twins.
Okay.
Basically, open up their lives to the public to ask any questions. And
all right, because they're conjoined twins.
Conjoined twins,
not congenital twins.
Oh, I was reading wrong. Conjoined twins.
Okay,
What are
congenital? That's when you bound together at the hip.
Oh, well, they're bound together.
When your cocks are together.
Oh, okay, no. Well, they got
one cock.
They got two torsos and one vagina.
Is that real?
Yeah. They got two torsos.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. All right, wait. I'm trying to turn this.
Two torsos and one vagina. Conjoined twins.
Two torsos and one vagina.
And
yeah. How many cups do they have?
Yo, teacup. So
because they all need a tea bag.
Right.
Tip me over and pour me out. All right, go ahead,
so they opened up their, to people to ask any questions they wanted to, and obviously, people's minds go to the gutter. They said if one of you all starts to masturbate, does the other one feel like she's being incest performed on her?
What a insightful question.
Right?
What was the answer?
She said no. One of them, she says very uncomfortable. Like, if one of them starts to masturbate, the other one wakes up in the middle of the night. What are you doing?
Just go with it.
Just go with it. Just your sleep. This is a dream. This is not happening. This is only a dream. So she says one of them said it's a little uncomfortable, but they since stopped doing it because it was kind of weird for them. Because they said one would feel like one would get aroused while doing it, but the other one kind of like felt like something was going on, but they wasn't getting aroused. But it's like somebody's actually touching me, but I'm not actually like getting the sexual pleasure out of this. They said one of the twins is a lesbian and has a girlfriend, and the other one has a boyfriend in a long distance relationship.
Wow, I mean, was that best of both worlds?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of weird though. Like they would actually have, like one would be a lesbian and the other one would have a boyfriend.
I mean, what you trying to say?
I don't know. Like how would they, like what if they go on a double date?
So wait, you've never been on a double date with your friends that don't share your same sexuality?
No, I'm saying like conjoined. I don't have any conjoined friends. I don't know.
Oh, you don't?
No. What if the night gets? What if they have a couple of glasses of wine and the night gets a little loose? Who's taking home who?
Oh, everybody. Okay.
Turn off the lights and get what you can get.
As a wise man at IL once told us when he tried to kick off that orgy, turn the lights off and you get what you get.
Oh, man.
Don't stop, Moni.
So a nosy mother-in-law comes over to her son's house, and she's a little nosy. They're complaining that she's always into their business, and the mom was up. A little weirded out because the mom came into the room. She saw a big jar of Vaseline on his nightstand. She said, "Well, I know what this is for."
Does she?
Well, he was upset because he says, "Well, that's not what it's for, Mom. You're being nosy."
What is it for?
He says, "I have sleep apnea, and the machine causes my lips to chap, and so I use the Vaseline to moisturize my lips." Which I say, liar!
That reminds me of in elementary school when the guy got caught jerking off at the urinal and he said he wasn't. He was slapping his leg and peeing.
I think I remember you saying that story.
Hell out of here, bro.
Right?
I would have believed you if you ain't say that. Just like this guy. I would have believed it. Slapping your leg and peeing.
Slapping your leg and peeing.
So you just knocking ass all over the place.
Right.
Like, get the hell out of here. Yeah, your lip. You have sleep apnea and you're rubbing lotion on your lips. Is that what it was? Lotion?
Right. You're rubbing lotion on your legs. Huh? You need that big old jar of Vaseline just for your lips.
Is that? I mean, come on.
Come on. You didn't say what lips. Hey.
Wait, do men have lips?
No, I'm talking about, well, he's probably using it to stimmy, but.
Hey, look, you know what? It's 2024. We don't know what is what.
You're right.
Okay? Rub it on your wits.
Right. Maybe he actually lathered himself off with that Vaseline and slide on the floor.
Or maybe he puts it in a pizzle.
Ah.
You know what a pizzle is?
No.
A pocket ussy.
Oh.
Pizzle.
The pizzle.
Then there's the pizzle dizzle, which is the pocket ussy deluxe.
Ah.
That's a real thing.
That's the real one.
That's a real thing. My homie was like, man, I can't believe I spent this type of money on this pizzle. And I was like, nah, man, yeah, you right. You should have done that. He was like, you right. I should have paid a little more to get the deluxe. Oh, my God. I was like, not the pizzle dizzle.
The pizzle dizzle.
All right, keep going. I'm
All
sorry.
right. So imagine you meeting imagine you go away and you move to a different country, a city or whatever, and then you move back to the city to come to find out that you have a cousin who you only seen like maybe once or twice when you were kids.
I have had that happen.
Right? And then you come back and turns out your cousin is a hot smoking young lady.
No comment. 'Cause, okay, I'm not. I don't think that my cousin was a hot smoking young lady.
Right.
But like, she was cute.
Right. So imagine your cute cousin and you guys get to start hanging out and be like, hey, and then your cousin says, what's up?
What? Says what?
We're gonna go into the back room and hook up.
That would be a negative.
Right. Well, that's what this man is going through. He said, clearly my cousin is trying to come on to me, but he's like saying no. He's like, but he doesn't know what to do. He's like, she's attractive and she finds him attractive, obviously. But he's like, she keeps just kind of like insinuating, giving little hints and stuff, and he's like doesn't know what to do.
Does he not get any USA pay?
I guess he does, but maybe he comes.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, I don't know.
If he's thinking about freaking his cousin.
Oh, he said he was thinking about doing it. He doesn't want to do it. He's like, his cousin wants to do it.
But he doesn't know what to do?
Like, let's freak her. And then, like... Get it over with. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Wow.
no. They said... This, people were saying just tell her, listen.
No. You're my cousin.
We're cousins.
You're my cousin. How about that?
Yeah.
How about I don't want to freak you, relative?
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, what sucks about that was she would get pissed and she'd be like, I ain't trying to freak you. What would give you that idea? Oh, man, look at this guy. And then you like screwed.
Bro, I don't want to go into another story time, but we definitely have one of those where one of the homies was trying to holler at one of the homies. Guy was trying to holler at this other guy, and they knew people from the crew or whatever, blah blah blah, and so that's why we're all together. And he was just like, you know what I'm saying? I think you look real good. I think we should hang out. And then dude was like, nah, man, I ain't interested. And then the dude who was initiating the holler was like, ain't nobody trying to holler at you. What? Ain't nobody trying to holler at you.
Right? That's the defensive mode that they would go into. That's what, like, I guess you would have to like not say anything.
It was like, but you were.
Right, but you just did.
You literally just did. Ain't nobody
trying to holler at you.
What?
All right. Well, another couple, same deal, but they actually went through with it.
What do you mean? Wait, cousins?
Yep. A young lady came to town where her cousin was married, and she came to town and hang out with them and basically got along with them. And her husband, the cousin, the two cousins, and the wife would go out all the time and hang out. They became like besties. And one day, the wife was not feeling well and decided to say, hey, you guys just go out and hang out, whatever, because I'll stay home. And it's like, yeah, whatever. You sure? No, we'll stay home with you. She said, no, let's go out. You guys have a good time. You don't have. They decided to go out. When they went out, they got drunk, and the issue was like the girl was staying at the cousin's house all the time, so she felt a little embarrassed because she would, they'd go out, hang out, she'd get drunk. They said, you can't drive home, so stay here with us. So she felt bad. So one day she rented out a hotel room and said, I'll just stay at the hotel room. So this is the night that she goes out with her cousin alone, who's a married man, and they get into some drinks and get a little tipsy and a little drunk. And so he says, "I'll just take you home." He said, "No. I got in a hotel room. Don't worry about it. I'll just stay at my hotel room." And he says, "Well, all right. Well, let's share Uber." So when they get to the hotel, he says, "Well, let me just walk you to the door," and helps her in. And
Let me walk you.
I know. Let me walk you in.
Let me walk you.
And
Can I walk you?
she says that she woke up the next morning, and they were both in the bed naked. Clearly, sex had occurred between the cousins.
God does not like ugly, man.
Yeah, and so they told the wife. They had to tell. He's like they felt guilty about it, so they told the wife, and the wife was kind of not too bad about it. I mean, she was upset, obviously. She said, "Let's stay away from me for a while," the woman, not the husband. So I guess she forgave the husband, and she said, "Let's stay away from me for a while. We can continue this relationship, but right now I don't really want to talk to you." I think she took a little less harsh than I would have. I don't know. Like,
bro, no, both of them. I would be like,
right?
You know what? You go ahead. You can be kissing cousins.
Kissing cousins.
Okay, put you both on a milk crate and you're missing cousins.
Man,
I'm not, or a milk carton. I mean, no, hell no.
Right.
I'm not with this. Okay, we're gonna have a family feud or something. I'm not on it. Okay, no. Okay, I want the serving size that's for couples, not for families. Like, I can't believe that she would stay with his nasty ass,
right,
and even consider hanging out with her.
With her again, yeah.
They all nasty asses. I am disgusted with them all. That sounds thing doesn't even mean anything.
What's the one to stop?
Oh, that's what it is. That's a good one. There you go.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
That would have been perfect. Thank you. I've been trying to save that one because I was exacerbating that bad boy when I first got it. Yeah. Didn't matter what was going on. Hey, that song was great. Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
All right, keep going.
All right. Well, a woman has lost her virginity to her boyfriend.
Nice.
She's a young lady. I think she's 20 years old, and her boyfriend is 35. A little age difference doesn't matter, right?
No.
But
wait, how old is she?
20.
Okay. Hey, don't get it twisted. I am never judging anybody who has age gaps in their lives.
Oh no, you shouldn't.
Keep it going.
Yeah. So anyway, it was her first time, and she said it was a little uncomfortable. And but what made it more uncomfortable was that the next day, she received a text from him, basically telling her what she did wrong during the course of their encounter.
He had notes.
He had notes. He had notes. And then it wasn't like, it wasn't even like I think she said she wouldn't have been upset about the notes, but it's just that he texted her those notes. Like if he would have came in front of her, and said, "Hey, next time we do this, try a little this or a little that."
I'm curious. What do you have these notes?
Yeah. Oh yes, of course.
You got to.
So he said in the message, the man told her to be sexier. Don't be awkward. You're not a virgin, so don't act like it.
Wait, this is after he took her virginity?
Yeah.
So what? This is the second time after?
I don't know. I guess it's like the same. Maybe he didn't think she was a virgin.
All right, keep going.
He said he insists that she needs to get better at shaving, and she should be able to try what he wants. You don't tell a guy to stop when he's getting into it. Oh yeah. So those were the things I guess those are the things he said.
You don't tell a guy
to stop when
he's getting into it.
Apparently, yeah, because apparently when he would, it was awkward for her. It's her first time. She said it's a little painful, and she had to tell him to stop a couple of times. So that was just his big.
You don't tell a guy.
You don't tell a guy to stop when he's getting into it.
So are they dating?
I don't know. It doesn't say. People were saying, take this as a lesson and run. Block this creep.
Yeah, this is definitely a warning sign.
Yeah.
Like, no, do not date this man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You said you should do what I say you should do. And don't tell a man to stop when he's into it.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. That's great.
Are these notes or a confession?
I know, right? It's like, dang.
Oh,
Be
man.
sexier.
Be sexier.
Be sexier.
To somebody who has limited sexual experience.
Right. I mean, see, I think if you were with someone who's like a virgin, you should make her feel as comfortable as possible. You know, like you can't just jump on that thing and just start beating the crap out of it.
Yeah.
You guys like that?
Oh, my God. Jump on it and start beating the crap out of it. Talking about some pinata.
Right? Like, yeah, at least poke it a little bit and see what's inside. Oh, man. Yeah.
Virginity Takings by Ramon Smith. Don't beat that thing up. Poke at it.
Poke at it.
To see what's inside.
See what's inside.
You might find a prize. Bro, this is a different type of box. This ain't Cracker Jacks.
Right. Well, you know.
Okay. Like you're poking around the popcorn to find the little prize
What's
inside.
the prize? You got to stick your finger in a box. Find the prize. Oh, man. So many analogies to taking someone's virginity. Oh, my God. Oh, man. All right. That's enough. Oh, man.
That's how you end? All right.
No.
enough? Okay.
No, that's more stories. I mean,
Oh,
enough of the virginity.
Okay, great. Because this is my, but I thought you were ending your whole part.
No.
About some. All right, that's enough.
No.
Like,
No. So a woman wants to feel closer to her husband, and how would you think? You know, like you want to feel closer to your husband. What do? You know, you spend time together.
I guess spend time doing the thing that he likes.
Right. You kind of like, and then I mean, both of you guys like, right? Because then that way you guys become a little closer.
I mean, I guess, but if you're like trying to be like, oh, I normally, I want to get closer to him. I normally don't. When he starts watching wrestling, I normally go into the other room.
Right. Well, yeah.
So
Like watching wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, like. Yeah, I guess so. Like, what do you? If you want to like watch some wrestling, I'll watch some wrestling shows. I'll try to like learn some of the guys, or like to be able to identify with it.
Yeah, I didn't. I really wasn't into Sex in the City, but I dated someone who was into it, so I got her a box set.
Oh, see,
and then we just watched.
You watch it, yeah. Ben watch it. Well, this woman bonded with her husband by improving the relationship by breastfeeding him. How could you not get closer than that? She said, a woman breastfeeds her husband, credits the unusual bonding activity of improving their relationship. Rachel Bailey of 31 and her husband Alexander are considering having a fourth child, so Rachel can produce more breast milk again, so her husband can drink. So apparently they have 3 kids, but as the little kid was weaning off of the breast, her milk started drying up, and her husband was getting a little angsty. And, so they said, well, maybe we should have another kid so you can continue to breastfeed, so I can produce more milk.
So she felt like her relationship was lacking.
Yeah.
And so their idea was to make her start lactating.
Lactating. Yeah. So yeah, they. I mean, that's that's a strange one.
It is a strange one.
Yeah.
Pulling milk from a living being, I would never put that in a romantic context. In fact, that wouldn't be a statement I'd utter.
Well, one thing good came out of it, or is coming out of it, and I think this is a good idea for them, because people are approaching them or approaching her to can they get some of that milk?
They're not.
Yeah, they want to know.
No, they're not.
If they can, it says, I still have people asking me every day if they can buy breast milk. I have had people asking if they can meet up so that I can breastfeed them too. We have requests of people asking us to make videos of ourselves breastfeeding, but we never considered it, although the money would be nice. I think you should go for it.
That's what. That's what's popping right now.
I know.
I mean, I guess what you want to fire up an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Your relationship is weaning off. Fire us.
What do? You open up an
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah, she says it's not a sexual thing. It's just a way of them bonding. Couple bonding.
Couple of what?
I know,
bonding.
right?
Oh my God, this is what we live in. You know what? Mental illness.
Mental illness.
That's how you bond with your wife. Drink her breast milk.
I know.
Like a baby. You know what? I'm gonna tell you. A lot of times, people will breastfeed their babies, and it's an interesting experience after the baby was delivered. But I believe that these people need to be delivered to Jesus. I was gonna do a joke, but it's like to Jesus they should be delivered.
Yeah.
Like something. No, this is not. You know what? I'm not. It's 2024.
Yeah, they can do what they want.
You know how y'all are doing out here. You know how y'all are doing out here.
Like y'all doing out here. Well, speaking of mental illness and
as we often do,
2024 and be how you want to do. A woman who identifies as a cat upstages a bride in her wedding by crawling behind the altar.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, yeah. A woman, a grown-ass woman was says she was dressed in she had a kitty mask on her face and a tail, and she was walking around on all fours, kind of like an actual cat. And then she saw the groom and bride coming towards her, and she started to bow before them and pretend like she was a kitten. And she was a little upset because you're saying, what the hell? She doesn't even know the person. It's like this random person. This came in.
You're gonna pay hell. You're gonna
Yep.
pay hell.
She said the Therian, the term Therian, she's a Therian, which is what she calls herself, refers to people who identify as non-human animals and engage in behaviors associated with their animal identity. Yep. So Mystique said she mistook the Therian for a cow sitting on the opposite field, and some hundred guests are looking concerned. So they thought it was a cow. So it must be a fat cat.
No, it can't be because we love those.
Yeah. So apparently she upstaged the bride and groom by being a cat. They should have sicked the dogs on there. They should have brought that girl that identifies as a dog. Sick him.
Oh my God! This is what?
Dude, it's gonna be a strange world. You wait 10 years from now.
Oh, 10 seconds from now.
10 seconds from now.
She identifies as a cat. She has a name. Let me tell you something. If you, I'm gonna have to go out on a limb about this feline. She-lion.
She-lion.
That is not a thing. You got a problem. Okay, you have a problem. This is not something that is acceptable.
Right.
Okay.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help.
Like I can't believe this. This is insane.
Man.
This is insane.
That's the world we live in.
And she identifies as a cat. I would love. You know what? This is one cat I would need to take all paws. Okay, okay. She would get thrown out of that place. Okay, and if she doesn't land on her back, that'd be one amazing feat.
If you had a girlfriend who identifies as a cat, would you still have sex with that pussy?
I I wouldn't let her in my house. In fact, it'll be unclawful entry. The hell out of here! Dude, stop! I'm sorry for yelling into the mic. Stop! This is ridiculous.
All right, I'm gonna end on that pussy.
You are saying that like that actually does work. It doesn't necessarily work.
No, I mean pussycat.
No, I know. You act like you are not saying the words. They don't have this list out here, but I'm sure that was on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. God. Oh, my God. Okay. You know what? Let me ask you a question, though. This is a horrible question to ask you. If this cat was getting married and and all of her friends had the same problem that she would have, would her and her bridesmaids be akin to Josie and the Pussycats? You know, it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even worth it. And just because you responded the way you responded, let me hear you go.
Uh-huh. He's on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my part of the news. Now, this is very hard-hitting news, very provocative news, very critically disclaimed news. And I don't go to any news source. No. I don't go to MSNBC. I don't go to CNN. I don't go to ABC, DEFG. I go to one place and one place only, and that's WorldStarHipHop.com. WorldStar. Let's get into it. I don't know. In my mind, that Josie and the Pussycat thing would work so much better. All right, whatever. I should have just let you flounder out there with no help.
No.
Okay. That's what happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let this be a lesson. If you do improv, don't help your friends. No, I shouldn't say that because I'm actually supposed to be teaching some improv over the summer, and that's totally the wrong way to do improv. Trust me, I caught myself. Sometimes you ever want to be evil and then realize that, and Jesus is like, no, my son.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
God does not like ugly.
Okay.
Don't do it.
With that being said, now this was pulled from the World Star Hip Hop headlines. Okay, I normally don't read these headlines verbatim, but I have to read this one because it's imperative, because it is a scientific thing about human nature and where we have come from. So I have to read this correctly. It's also about health and botany. It's a poignant thing.
Right.
World Stars, they got very educational. A wounded wild orangutan is seen you. Why are you laughing? What you doing, man? Are you messing me up?
No, go ahead.
Laughing at my very.
I mean, that title alone already, I know it's gonna be.
I haven't even gotten into the title. What's so funny? Come on, can you let me just get off?
Go ahead.
Let me cook.
Go ahead.
Okay. A wounded wild orangutan is. You see, I don't know what your issue is over there.
I think the name orangutan is
You had too much of that coffee. Damn, let me get my ish off.
Go ahead.
Again, this is an educational one. It's about health and power up. Look, just check me out.
All right.
A wounded wild orangutan is seen using a plant as medicine after a nasty gash. Now, see, look here. You hear this? They say now even the leaf can heal your wounded monkey. Now this is a wildlife story on World Star. Okay, and it's kind of an old one, so just scroll down to find that monkey gash. See, I know you thought it was gonna be something worse than that.
I know.
And you're over there giggling. Okay. Look, see.
I think the orangutan name already is like orangutan and monkey is like those words in the sentence is gonna make the sentence funny already.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to keep going because I really wanted to point out how World Star did. It's not like there's some hidden offensive joke in there.
Right. This is orangutan taking care of himself.
Oh, my goodness. Moving right along. In Russia, a man is seen easily, pridefully wrestling a bear. I am not impressed because here in Chicago, you can see men wrestle bears every week in Boys Town with way more pride.
Mosey bop, city bop.
That's you. You don't need to go to Russia.
No, you don't need to go to Russia. What are you going to go to there for?
I see that
every week. You going to go to Russia?
Right.
You got to go all the way to Russia
Come
to
on.
see some man wrestling a bear? Please. Head on over to Halsted Street.
Halsted, you'll see some
Plenty of bears getting taken down. Moving right along. Or men going down on bears. All right, moving right along. Kendrick Lamar pointed out that while in prison, Drake slept with Lil Wayne's girlfriend at the time. Now, we all know that Drake's imprint is OVO, and he lives this life because he definitely screwed Lil Wayne OVO. Oh, what a horrible man for that.
Did he really have sex with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
They're still together. They're not still together, are they?
No. He got over it. Oh, man. All right. Closing out. Documented idiocy. A man rents a Lamborghini on his birthday and immediately wrecks it. I think he had a miseducation in driving school. And I think anybody rolling by this scene could see as you pass this crash test dummy. Yeah! And that'll do it for me, and that'll do it for the news. A little news segment we like to call You May Have, because you may have heard and you may have not. Coming up later, we're going to hit y'all off with the Alcamon hookup where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs. But before all that, we're going to hit y'all off with some of this music. Ramon, hit them with the internet crap.
If you want to find us on Facebook, we're under Bad Ways Remix. You can find us on Instagram under Bad Ways Comedy. You can watch us live right now on YouTube under Bad Ways Radio. Get into that chat. Share some stuff with us. Over and out. OVO and out.
You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, Ramon and I are going to break your law.
Come back in time and wash away all the sins that you wrought yesterday. Stop. Clear.
If you don't know, now you do. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved gang.
No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace. No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace.
Look, no face, no case, and leave no evidence. Bars hit the beats like slugs before we bury it. Barbarian rap rebel, the contrary. Independence carrying heat, ready to war with many men. Competition is perishing. Check the catalog and you rarely find any blemishes. Definition of penmanship, masked up like stick-up crews. Putting names to every shot we take. You fake, we'll get you click 1-2, a quick 1-2. Never wasting time, cause it's money. The fact of the matter, you can't misplace a dime when you hungry. Just wait till it hit this prime is bound to get ugly. Get to blowing people's minds like it's a die when you're scully. Aim is precise, have everybody saying it's nice. Life is a gamble, so we huddle like we playing with dice. Don't play with the gods, we came with a squad. Kicking the door, pulling the cards of any lyricist that's claiming they hard.
No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace. No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace.
Look, yeah, stay in my bag like I'm looking for something in it. Try to make the vision clear, but y'all looking through something tinted. And this pen's a wizard's wand, and I'm cooking up something wicked. No biggie, but y'all could've caught the warning if y'all just listen. Look, I've been cold, been a menace, I've been the ain't no cure for what I'm spitting, I've been making them sick. And my flows are so addictive, my words are making them twitch. And OD and nosebleeds like you had too much to sniff. Play with it safe, but don't play with us, little boy. Any obstacle in our way will destroy. It's time to rise, it's our time and we make a noise. And everybody is eating cause we them boys. With this rapper alive, let me go ahead and disclaim that people gon' look at me crazy when they hear that I said that I predict the future. I'm way ahead of my time, I'm so ahead you don't push play on my you gotta rewind.
Caution when you're on these parts. Lights are off and in the streets get dark. All you see is a heap of man with mask. And all them see is all the fear in your heart.
No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace. No face, no case. You better go on someplace safe. For you be another cold case. For you disappear with no trace.
Don't be scared. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Ooh, beloved gang. Hey, well, all right. You know what it is when you hear that. It's Benjamin Banneker. And I got another one coming up right now on Bad Waves Radio, Q4.org.
It's gotta be a ghost. Maybe it's a monster, a clever imposter, impersonating you. Who is this? Who is this? I don't recognize this shit, but when the switch up was real, you switched up for real. I was so in love with loving you, and now it feels like a face-up. And we wanna knock the other's face off. It's a stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. And now I'm always stand up, stand up, stand up, It's weird that things changed us to enemies. I wish you were my friend to me. You know, walks in the park. You know, sex after dark. You know, that's what I want. This is so far from now. We're strangers, rolling eyes. The wages getting quite high. And lately, I've been rolling my dice. Scrapping now seems better than being with you. Being with you. Staying with you. Make you move soon. It's a stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. And I'm always stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. It's a stand up, stand up, it's stand up, stand up, it's stand up, stand up. Who gon' get it out? And I'm always, and I'm always gone. You take two things, stand away. I take two things, stand away. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. You got me in stand up, and I'm always stand up, stand up, stand
You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Pop, pop, we dropping bodies. It's a stick up, your punk ass.
Uh-huh.
And Ramon, before we stick your punk ass up, Ramon got to tell you what you just heard.
All right, we started a nice little block off with Lynx, Crystal Jellyfish.
Okay.
Man.
So thoughts. We haven't had, other than like, I think the last like hard rock, close to hard rock group we played pretty consistently was the Bobby Lees.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Lynx?
It was good. It's good. It reminds me of, it has like a lot of elements. It has elements of Whitney Ty in it, like cinematic.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
And then it has, it's hard still, you know. It's, like I said, you said you used it to work out with.
Yeah, we were talking about it before we went on air.
Yeah.
I used it, I put it in my abdominal playlist. Yes, I have different playlists for some
different body parts.
Not all.
It's arm day.
So it's 2 different cardio playlists.
Okay.
And then kind of a long. I just watched balloons fly up in my face. Oh, maybe somebody clicked something.
Right? I saw that earlier. Somebody was like, a thumb was coming up. I guess this is new on YouTube.
A thumb going up you.
Was
pause.
that
No, Daddy! That's that Ryan Garcia. No, Daddy! So it was on my, I added to my abs playlist. So I tried it out on my abdominal playlist.
Yeah.
And my God, it had me, it took me there. It took me to the zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it has to, if you're on my playlist for working out, you got to take me to a zone of some sort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A zone. And it, oh boy, it got me there. It got me where I needed to go.
Nice.
So definitely shout out to Lynx for Crystal Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Shout out to the lead singer, Zaynab. I can't remember her last name, but Stephen Voice. It was another feature. She was on a Stephen Voice song. And I was like, let me check out what she was working on.
But she's Turkish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Zaynab, I thought it was a Turkish name.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to her, and I really am intrigued to see what else we can find from Lynx.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you and I are into all type of music. And it's been a while since we had some hard guitars.
Yeah.
You know, aside from the Bobby Lees. Again,
Yeah.
that was like the most recent, newer music of close to that genre that we've gotten down with. So it's nice to have something like, you know, like I guess what is this, metal? I mean, I know it's a rock of some sort. Crack rock,
like
no,
new metal or something like that. I think.
Yeah, well, it's hot.
It's kind of like Korn, you know.
I love pornography, but wait, no, we're not talking about the same thing. All right, keep going.
All right, followed by Hype featuring Priya Dan, No Trace.
Priya.
Mm-hmm. Priya Dan, No Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Then Benjamin Banneker, Stare Down.
That's off his album VMT that he was like, I think this came out a couple years ago, and he was like, man, check that out. I'm like, I got you, big dog, I got you. And I have only recently was able, like, actually just going into it because he's in a new group called Blazing Guns.
Okay.
Him and someone else. And they got some pretty cool stuff, and we've played some of their stuff. But then I was like, what's the problem with the VMT?
Right.
And then I came across this song. I was like, oh, my God.
That's a good one.
This right here. Yeah, right? It make you move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so shout out to Benjamin Banneker because we've been rocking with him for a while.
Oh, yeah.
All right. With that being said, it is time for the Hakaman Hookup, where we salute essential workers, giving us our essential needs.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Now these shout outs and salutes aren't just for the people who, like, I'm trying to remember one of my stories. This is one of the first time and it just come. Normally I'll start talking and they'll just come to me. Not in me. Pause. No, dirty. But these aren't just for the people who I literally am blanking. I'm
you had the orangutan.
Yeah.
You had the.
Oh, okay. I'll do that one. These jobs aren't just for the people using leaves to heal their monkey gashes. Who are they for?
Now these shout outs and salutes aren't just for those people who like to date what is it? Congenital?
Oh, you said congenital.
Congenital.
Who people who like to date
congenital twins?
Who are they for? Word to Gary Oldman, honorable mention to Wood Harris. And with today's shout out and salute is our very own comedic congenital monkey. It is Ramon,
the Savage Slayer Smith, a.k.a. Don't Stop Moaning. Come on, I said no. All right,
hit
well.
him off, you congenital monkey.
I see you, congenital monkey, with your gash. Take these leaves. Heal both of those gashes. Oh man!
Yeah. What you say? Cut.
Which
is a cut or a slice? Is what happened to this orangutan. It's gash.
It's gash. Let me see that gash.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
I don't know. I'll talk to you on mic.
All right, no, that's how I just remembered. That's how somebody got canceled. Talking about.
No, it was somebody mistook what he said.
Yeah, somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mistook what he said.
They mistook what he said, and then they're like, "Well, oh no, he said a thing," and then they was like, "Oh, you saw what he said," and then we had to go back and be like, "No, look here.
Right.
This is what he said." Because I remember, I never forget screenshotting that and being like,
yeah.
oh, this is going to definitely be taken out of context.
Right.
It's definitely going to be taken wrong. And so I literally screenshotted it just in case anybody ever. And sure enough, somebody came back and it was like, no, he said. And I was like, no, it's right here.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Because I knew you were coming around.
Bro, I saw that one coming a mile away. All right, go ahead.
All right, well, this is something that started a week ago, but it's the Pacific Asian Islander Month, Heritage Month.
Island boys.
Island boy. So I figured we could name some famous people from Pacific Islanders who are inspiring to us all, right? So today I am saluting the one and only. If you smell what the rock is cooking.
Nice. Let's get it.
Yeah. So Shout out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who is of Samoan descent, has captured the world's attention since his early days as one of the greatest professional wrestlers. He then pivoted into acting, starring in films such as Scorpion King, Moana, and various films, the Fast and the Furious franchise. He is now one of the highest-grossing actors in Hollywood and was even named one of the world's most influential people by Time magazine. Isn't that something?
Dude, that is so cool. His story is really interesting. And I watched, like, as a child, I saw that, like, during wrestling. I definitely was one of the people who was like, who the hell is a Rocky Maivia?
Yeah. When he came out with the curly hair and the crazy.
Yeah, and the little crazy, like, little talents, whatever those things are called. And then when they put him with Nation of Domination, I remember being like, well, that actually, as a child.
Yeah.
And my father and I used to talk about wrestling stuff, and we're like, okay, let's see what this is.
Makes a little more sense.
I mean, it made sense, but it was also like, it just was nice to see the Nation get an extra person. And then he just seemed to be good with getting booed and attempting to get them to dislike him.
Yeah.
And then him just taking it over was kind of an interesting story because it was like this new guy comes and takes it over. And then all of a sudden, he started having more like time on the microphone.
Right.
And it turned out he was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, no, and then like he also kind of, I don't want to say made fun of wrestling with some of these moves, but come on, the people's elbow.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my father and I definitely thought he was pretty cool.
What do you think about him becoming world champion? It doesn't matter what you think.
You know what? You want to play with me, you little piece of monkey crap? I'm going to take you to the SmackDown Hotel at the end of Know Your Role Boulevard on Jabroni Avenue. Okay, you can take your little catchphrase, turn it sideways, and stick it right up.
Shine some more.
And shove it up
your
candy ass. Can't believe you. How dare you do that to me?
I was waiting for that one. And then what he said? Get some shut up juice.
I remember he had so many catchphrases. And it's so sad because I didn't realize that there were certain phrases they had that he wrote or that somebody wrote for him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Somebody actually, who was that? Conan, by accident. He said something, and one of his friends writes for WWE and like took some of his stuff.
Yeah.
And Conan was like, "Oh, cool, I don't care."
There was this great bit that he was making. Oh God, and I'm not gonna do that. I was about to do some wrestling talk, but there's this great bit that he had against a guy who over accentuated the way he talked. You know what up? And this, and then Mark Dwayne came out, and I always loved this bit, but it turns out it wasn't his bit. He was like, he was like trying to mock the other guy, and he was like, "I am the game. I'm gonna come out here for 20 minutes and say nothing." And I thought it was so funny because I didn't really pay attention to how Paul Levesque was talking when he was doing his Triple H bit.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh wow, that is exactly how he sounds. But yeah, it was so shout out to him, man. He transitioned his life, fit in a huge inspiration for people on fitness. I mean, there's definitely a video I watch of his where it's like, before going into the gym. So the big Dwayne fan, you know what I mean? Yeah. But my question to you is, did you see Black Adam?
I did.
Okay, so what did you think of Black Adam?
We can't win them all.
It doesn't matter what you think of Black Adam. You're right. I can't win them all. All right, let's get out of here, man. All right, so to Dwayne Johnson, we say salute.
Stop it.
Oh, wait. I don't do it, but where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Now, these shout-outs and salutes aren't just for the mixed people obsessed with sticking things up your sweetened orifices. Who are they for?
Now, these shout-outs and salutes aren't just for those 3 Black Adam fans.
Word to Gary Oldman. Salute to, and honorable mention to Wood Harris. When we come back, we're going to the ins and outs, relationship advice. So we crack open the novel of one of our love lives and realize that shining things up and putting them up your cavities isn't just for wrestlers insulting one another. But before all of that, we are going to get into some of this music. Ramon, tell them the internet crap.
Hey, if you want to find us on Facebook, we're under Bad Waves Remix. You can find us on Instagram under Bad Waves Comedy. You can go on YouTube right now and see our candy asses under Bad Waves Radio. Get into the chat. Love section's coming up next. Let us know what's going on. Talk some shit, Nathaniel.
With the bastards. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, we are going to get the blicky off. If you ain't up on thing, itchy mobbing and the slang and beloveds the grang.
The grang.
The grang. And before we move any further, Ramon and I got to tell you what you just heard. We kicked our romance block off with Whole World by the artist formerly known as Short Boy and Becca Brown. He's known as Rig Moreau. Oh, shout out to Sean for throwing something in the last second.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, we just now got to this part. How did we run over?
I don't know.
I don't even
I
understand.
think it's probably crappy stories I tell.
It's so, I'll talk to you off mic, but it's so interesting how we ran over to this week. But anyway, it's called Whole World by the artist formerly known as Chore Boy and Becca Brown. Shout out to Becca Brown. At one point we were rolling hard. Becca Brown was even part of the Itchy Ma, or Ricky Bomb. Still the gang you run with, run rum. Tell him, Ramon.
We went into Bus Crates featuring Laura Bennett. You Got Me.
Man, they don't be playing with that funk.
I know, right?
That funk so damn funky, I need a speed stick. All right. Well, we have ran over, but shout out to Sean for throwing something in there in the last minute. And also paying attention, probably understanding that I think we answered all his questions last week when we didn't stream. And so that means he has an understanding that more people listen to this crap than that watches it. We only have a couple minutes left. Let's go ahead and see what we can get out of this. Ramon.
All right. It says, when dating, who's more capable of teaching boys to men about female nature and attracting them, mothers or fathers, and why? Oh, okay.
When dating.
When dating, who's more capable of teaching boys to men about to men about what? Teaching boys to men about females nature and attracting them, mothers or a father, and why?
It's almost a trick question just because he's like saying about teaching about female nature, but which is much different than teaching them about attracting.
Right.
Because I was raised by my father, and I don't think my father taught me about how to attract women.
I don't think my mother did to me either.
Yeah.
She told me about birds and the bees, but.
And the women in my family, interestingly enough, didn't necessarily teach me about female nature, but I saw how they acted. And so it's easy to understand, like to see how women act,
right?
And be like, oh, I've seen this before.
So at what age did you realize that though?
That was definitely like high school.
Really?
When I realized like, oh, so this isn't just my family that acts like this.
Okay.
Or this isn't even better. This isn't just like in my neighborhood.
Right.
Because my neighborhood, I grew up, up to like freshman year of high school, summer freshman year, but I was on the south side.
Right.
In a fairly, what one could call a hood. But I thought to myself, like, oh, this is just how ladies act in the hood.
Right.
And I saw when my dad dated, and they didn't necessarily act like that, but then they also displayed.
But it was still there, though.
Yeah. Displayed some of the same behaviors.
Right.
And so, like, now as an adult, I noticed that, especially being the way I date. I date, man, beans, tomatoes, greens, you name it. A homegirl of mine, I had some buddies call me picky, but I had a homegirl said I wasn't picky. And so the reason they called me picky was because I do like women that look a certain way.
Right.
But my homegirl said I wasn't picky because of the fact that I'm not like, oh, I just want this race, I just want this age, or I just want them from here. Although, again, they called me foreign worn because I'd only date women with accents for about a year.
Hey.
Just for a whole year, I was
something good about that, though.
I was like, man, if you ain't got no accent, I ain't messing with you.
Right.
But if you wanted to just shoot in the dark and bind yourself to a certain answer, what would it be?
You know what?
And yes, I understand why you're taking your time because we don't ever call ourselves gurus. We don't say we know something.
No, I don't know.
There was some individual, there was a nice young man who calls himself a guru and found himself in a situation not too long ago, an internet personality, found himself in a situation not too long ago and realized like this is totally the exact thing I say don't do.
Right.
So what do you got?
If I would say anyone who would have better advice, I don't know. I think for boys, I'm gonna say a dad, because he had to figure it out. Right? Like he didn't because this is something that just never taught, right? This is something that, like, I didn't know a lot of things. And I kind of like started discovering, and like now that I'm older, if I had that same wisdom when I was in high school,
My man.
let's just say, but
I gotta admit, I'm glad I didn't
right. I
have
think
the
you
wisdom.
right. I think you shouldn't have had that, because
Yeah.
we'd probably be in a lot of trouble.
God, I would hate to take this brain,
Man,
and put it into that
scenario, because it would be like destroying lives,
slaying
slaying bodies, man.
As my old friend Ramon once said, slaying bodies. Oh my goodness,
man. I would probably be slaying bodies. I would probably have a fat bank account.
Back then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
I wasted so much money,
and not even just like wasting money, but get them to pay and
oh, there's that. But
yeah, like it'd be like,
because I was getting paper in high school,
setting me up,
I give no, I'm not gonna say that, but
I think a father, because like I said, he has to figure that out. He has to figure out what to do. Figure out how to what's their nature, what is it that they like, or what is it they don't like, or what is it that they attracted to, and then so a woman can tell, a mother can tell her son or whatever, the boys, but it's from their perspective of what they would want. And I think if that boy learns that from that mother and goes out and applies this, he's gonna get bodied. Like, they're gonna take advantage of him. They're gonna, and I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's better coming from a male perspective.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have to go ahead and double down on that, because again, I can only speak from my perspective,
right?
And what I gathered, because now when I have my little flashbacks, I realized there were some things my father would say,
yeah,
and I would see practiced in action, whether it was with our relatives or with women he was dating,
right?
Certain things like never do this. Oh, when you're, and it wasn't, and again, it wasn't like specific dating stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But it was like, oh, you saw what happened with your auntie and I. Yeah, I definitely wasn't gonna blah blah XYZ, because when dealing with a woman, you, as a man, you probably don't want to blah 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 do
right.
do. And of course, again, at the time, I'm just thinking like, oh, that's like with relatives.
Right.
That's with like girls that are friends. But little did I know, as I know now, that transcends into dating 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say that as well with my dad. And I also saw what didn't work with him when dating.
Okay.
As our dear friend Sean says, when dating, I saw what didn't work with him either.
Yeah.
Because I definitely remember there was a classic moment of coming home, and this interesting voicemail being left on the machine by somebody he was dating.
No.
And he definitely, being Al Johnson, he definitely had a message from me after that. He's like, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. Hey, you don't want that happening.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So he definitely did teach me, but again, it wasn't necessarily always a sit down blah like this.
Right, right.
It definitely came from a perspective of watching stuff happen.
Yeah.
After he got married, the person he married changed up his fashion sense. Then I noticed that more women treated him differently.
Right.
After he got married, because he actually paid more attention to a style, which I was always in the style. Like, I actually was in style in 5th grade. I was hanging out with like some kids a little older than I at the time, and they all were about style. So I really got thirsty about it. But then when I saw him do it as well, it was like, oh, okay, this is going to attract more girls. I mean, I knew it would at that age, but that's why I turned into the jackass you see now that cares about a look all the time. So yeah, let's go men. Let's go fathers.
Yeah, I like you said, like I didn't grow up with my dad, so I can see that looking back now on how I acted or how I perceived things, it was different.
Mhm.
So like I didn't notice a lot of things, or I didn't like catch on like these little cues that
Mhm.
and I think I was like one of the guys who kind of like was trying to be extra. Oh, if I'm extra nice to them, they'll be they'll like me more, because who isn't like a nice guy? If I, you know what I mean? Like, oh, if I give him a flower on Valentine's, maybe she'll go out with me, or and then obviously it was a dude that was, obviously it wasn't that, it was a different, because they're attracted to things that are different,
Now, here's something, and we got to get to Lloyd's because Lloyd has a very good one in there. Here's something that I find interesting. In women that I date, I don't know if you do this. I'm not saying this is going to sound bad. I often pay attention to those traits that I see similar, that I've seen through women throughout the years.
Right.
And those, I'm not calling them my red flags.
Right.
But they're like my tick marks. It's
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you act just like, oh, okay. That's just like, so that's why, that's part of why I think like how I think now. Because I used to think to myself often like, I want to date. I like dating women from other countries.
Right.
But but over the years, I learned that they're kind of the same too.
Oh yeah, I mean they're women.
And then there's like, oh, I want to date women from this age to that age.
Same.
Oh, kind of similar there too. And like
yeah.
I mean, so now when I date, it doesn't matter where they're from, what their race is, how old they are. I mean, you got to be over 18, of course, 18 and up.
Right.
But like now, it becomes green flags when I notice how they don't display.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, wow, normally the answer I would get would be blah, blah, blah. I dated somebody not too long ago that just was not like anybody.
Oh, you don't do that? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, wow. Are you expecting it because like the experiences you've had before, and then when they don't like, oh no, yeah, I'll cook for you. But what?
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. Just an example.
But I have to state this. There will always, just like in men.
Yeah.
There will always be that one trait. There will always be something that they all share.
Well, it's one thing.
This person,
she knows.
You share that.
Well, I was gonna say like it's like I don't know if it's a good analogy, but it's like a bat, right? Like a bat could be any color, any material, but it's gonna hit the ball the same.
You saying all these bats good for the hitting? That's horrible. Oh my God. God, read, could you read,
all right.
Lloyd?
I always thought that the number one skill in dating is the skill of being an active listener. How do you feel about women using the skill against the man in their relationship?
Ramon, somebody got a question for you.
I always thought number one.
That reminds me of when I was a kid and and this dude Milton. Oh,
poor Milton.
Never mind.
You like Ron Harlow?
I just did pull a Ron. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say the rest of the story now. But what you got?
Let's see. If the number one skill dating is active listener, how do you feel about women using the skill against the man?
I love when you read quietly to yourself.
I read it earlier, but I mean,
let me do it. Let me do it for other people while you marinate on it. I was always taught that the number one skill in dating is the skill of being an active listener. How do y'all feel about women using this skill against the man in the relationship?
That's a tricky one because it's not tricky.
No, you got it. How do you feel about it?
A woman using against me that I listen to her?
That she listens to you.
Oh, she listens to me?
Well, yeah. You never, don't you sit up here and say you ain't never been in a relationship where a woman was like, but you said.
Oh.
But it was.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And you like, but I ain't even mean it like what you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
they can't use it against you that you listen.
Right. Yeah. It upsets me. It upsets me because what upsets me is that now See, that's how I start stepping in hot water and start
Come on.
stepping on the coals. It's when they start yapping, and they don't listen to what you say, but they listen to what you say. You know, like if you say something, they'll focus more on that part of the sentence than they do of what you were trying to mean. And even if you try to explain what you meant, they don't even care about you even saying, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. So they need to get it together on the way they perceive the way somebody talks. Like I don't have to go out of my way to explain to you that this is what I meant. You know, like if you took it that way, maybe that's your life and the way you have experienced things before. But when I say something to you, like sometimes they say, oh, you're yelling. Oh, I'm not yelling. I can show you yelling, you know, or oh, you called me this, or you know, you said you think I'm this. And it's like no, you have selective listening, so it's no art. Selective listening, and then at the end of the day, it's like, what do you want to get out of it? Remember, I think we said this before.
Yes, sir.
What are you trying to get out of this argument of listening to what I, you know, of accusing me of I said this? Because we can just stop right now. And that's what I think I've learned now is that, okay, well, the hell with it all then. And then obviously the story changes right away because they're like, oh, wait. So I think I feel like I don't like it when it happens. But I've figured out how to deal with it if I feel like if I'm in the wrong, then I'll be a man about it and I'll be like, look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's what I felt at the moment. And I should have kept my mouth shut and not just blurred out with, you know, out of anger or whatever reason it was. The first thing that came out of my mind, you know, which I was probably feeling it already, but, you know, that's something you shouldn't say because you know, people say stuff. And it's not like they don't mean it. They kind of mean it in a little bit, right? But it's like you shouldn't say it, you know. So nowadays they start arguing about that and saying you said this, you said that, and I'm not going, and it's not going anywhere. That's it. Cut it off.
The great point you make was like, oh, when you realize that you were misheard or misunderstood, and them being like, no, I don't want you to explain what you're trying to say.
Right.
I want to keep what I think
exactly.
Of it, which means I want to keep up some more nonsense.
Yeah. And that's like what are you trying to get out of this? Like what's your end game?
Yeah.
Like I wish you could stop him right there and say, okay, now what's your end game then? Like what do you want to get out of this
What's the point of this?
Like tell me right now in this argument, what do you want to get to and what's the point of you doing this?
You know, I had somebody at work try to hit me with the thing of them blurting out some nonsense of what they thought I did, meant, or what, blah, blah, and then wanted to storm out without listening to me. And I'm
right.
Bro, I'm not your boyfriend.
Right.
I'm not your
That's
boyfriend.
even worse.
I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not your partner. Like, what you smoking, cuz?
Right.
Ain't nobody, I'm not with you like that. You can do that over there with him.
Right.
And some people will act like their relationship is at their job. I'm like, no. If you have an issue with somebody at work over a thing, you stand there, say your thing, and listen. Don't say no nonsense because I know you've seen this before in a relationship. Say some nonsense and storm out.
Right. Oh, all the time.
Like, what are you doing? That's called creating a toxic work environment. But unfortunately, I'm a man. Nobody cares how I feel.
Well,
I ain't never.
Lloyd says, in my experience, I have learned that sometimes the end game is just straight up good old misery.
I would love to finish my thought, but you know what? That'll do it for the ins and outs relationship advice. We crack open a novel of one of our love lives, and we realize no matter if you attempt to communicate or not, if somebody on the other line is refusing to accept your collect call from jail, well, you might as well keep the phone hung up and enjoy a good old bowl of gruel. Yeah. We're going to go around this room for these final thoughts, outros, and plugs. What do you got, Rambo?
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Sunday is Mother's Day. Shout out to them for doing their thing. Shout out to those mothers who sacrifice, and do a lot for people. Like my mom sacrificed and did a lot for me. Growing up, she was a single mom and did her thing. So shout out to those women who are doing doing their thing, and the moms who are not doing their thing, shout out to.
Wait, is that like a slight to people who grew up with just one parent that was a dad? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, because here, some moms aren't there, but there's a reason they're not there. They and behind the scenes making sure that you got a plate on the table, a house to sleep in, a bed to sleep in. But some other mothers,
What are you trying to say?
they got some other things more important to do.
Shout out to those mothers who may not have been there in the same house, but was on the phone, sending birthday cards and stuff. Even when you grew up as a grown man, still loving your older son, your son love you too, no matter what his co-host on the radio show say, who believes you are a wonderful mother, no matter what Ramon say about you. How about that, Ramon?
But it ain't that. But see, she's that. If she sends you birthday cards, that means she still cares about you. But how about the mothers who don't care?
I don't know nothing about them. I can only speak from my experience.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because my mother is lovely.
I'll say the mothers that that don't,
You better watch yourself over there, Playboy. You don't know nothing about my mama. No, my mother is a wonderful human being. She's one of the few people in the world that makes me think that I matter. And hell, man, quarantine. I don't know about you. I had a rough quarantine.
Oh yeah.
And so
my quarantine was beautiful.
I know. My quarantine was hell on earth. I was waking up in a nightmare almost every day.
Damn.
So if it wasn't for my mother, my auntie, grandmother, like without people like that, you know what I mean? If we want to specifically just keep, of course I got, me, I got all the friends in the world. But like, if we want to keep this straightly to the mom shout outs, those are the three women who like, I don't give a damn if I just needed somebody to talk to.
Right.
Always stood on business. And so, especially during quarantine, but like definitely shout out to my mom, man. My mom is a sensational human being doing great stuff. I mean, how many moms is like going to D.C. for prison reform and whatever else, her play that's getting put up. Like, man, my mom is doing so much stuff now still. So, you know what, to, Ramon's mom, my mom, we definitely have to say salute, 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 salute.
Respect.
Press the right drop for that one.
There you go.
So you're not gonna be anywhere? You're not doing any shows anytime soon? Or
no, for surprisingly. Oh, I did a laugh dance last week.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. It's good. No, it was fun. You don't believe me?
I'm not saying I don't believe you. It's just your tonality. I mean,
no, it was fun. It was fun. It was good. I'm glad they had me, and then I'll be there again. So it was fun.
Just DJing, huh?
No. No, I had a good set. It was good.
Nah, I'm messing with you. By the way, pick up my book. It's at my website, phoenixtown.com, PHYNIXTOWN.com. Shout out to the Fleeks group. Just hung out with Matt Fleeks last week, so big up to him. He's doing his thing, killing the game as always.
Man.
Go to my website, look at dumb pictures or, do whatever. Look at the videos. This summer, I just found out at Comedyplex, I will be teaching improv for kids. So I think the cutoff is 6th grade or something. I think it's only junior high and up, which is, I'd rather just do that, just to.
Right. Is it a once a week thing or is it?
It is every Sunday. I think it might be early junior high. You know what? I'll come back to you. But it's only going to be on Sundays. That's my class. I'll be teaching 2 classes on Sunday at Comedyplex.
Oh, nice. Shout out to Comedyplex.
Yeah, shout out to Comedy. Man, come on now. Stop playing. Comedyplex, y'all. I'm looking for the respects thing, but I don't got my glasses on. So funny. This woman saw me the other day. She was like, "Hey, Warren." I couldn't see her face, and I had my glasses down. And I was like, "Hey." Oh! I put my glasses down. She's like, "Oh." She's like, "You don't know me no more?" I'm like, "No, it ain't even. I just had my glasses." And so, and shout out to my glasses.
For keeping it real.
Yeah, right. Shout out to my glasses. You'll see them in my classes. My final thought of the day comes from the ideology of, ride with those that ride with you. A lot of times we don't we find ourselves far too easy to not want to ride with those who will ride with us. And when I say that, I mean the terminology ride or die. I have a colleague, and I know that this colleague will never watch this, but I feel I have no problem saying this. I have a colleague who I was willing to go burn. We are burning this place down together. And when things were going good, I had no problem being like, hey, yo, y'all, think I'm doing something, but it's all this person. And when I say it was like I saluted. So like in the darkest of times, when nobody was there, I was right there with this person. You know what I mean? When they want to break down, I'm keeping them together.
Right.
When it's time to cheer this person in public, I think it was like 80 people or something, I had the illest thing to say for them, like the dopest thing.
Right.
People cheering this person. Now when it comes my turn to ride or die, it ain't even no dying involved in this. I just want you to get in the car.
Right.
Come down to the grocery store with me.
Yeah.
This person like, man, I guess we can go, but you gotta give me a bag of chips. Or I think it's better. This is a better way to say it. This person was like, man, you about to go now? You want to go now? But what about the times I was going with you? Man, but like, no, I don't want to go now. No. Go run the errand to the grocery store with that person, because that same person will go down to that ignorant-ass grocery store, stand in that line with you with them buffoons at the register. So you might as well go ahead and waste your Sunday and go stand at the register with them. Ride together, y'all, because believe it or not, it ain't too many rides that we can all share together. With that being said, our final song comes from Tim Angre, a very, very talented producer. We've heard him produce for Frank Joshua, Moses, and I don't know if he's got anything on our dear friend Maricanti's.
Maricanti.
But they are all rocking on Newman Records, if I'm not mistaken. This song is called Correlation. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. For the last time today, Tim Grave with Correlation will be the one to break your love. All right, y'all. That is our broadcast for the day. And we ran super over. I have to go take care of people's children. So, with that being said, we got to thank everybody, all the artists that were on today's playlist. Of course, Troy Boy, Becca Brown. We got to thank. Oh, there's a bunch of new music too. We forgot to say it when we was on air. Tabby Yosha, Lynx, specifically Zaynab. I can't remember your last name, but we did correspond. Of course, that Insane Hype, Prior Dan, wait, before I said that curse word. Yeah, all right. Motherfucking. Oh wait, you know what's interesting about reading, guys? It's right in front of me. Tim Ongrave. We gotta thank Benjamin Banneker for letting us play his music. We gotta thank motherfucking Bus Crates, who's always great. Of course, we have to thank. Oh damn, her name's right there, Zaynab Jabbar. We gotta thank. Bus Crates, Laura Benek is off motherfucking ways. And then Powder and Animes. And of course, G Mills and Deuce Nazareth. I say of course because G Mills, we've been playing G Mills forever. G Mills is that N-word. And Diesel and Handsome Ass Dan and Link. Who you got to thank over there, Daddy?
Shout out to Jessica Barrymore for being in the chat. Shout out to Leah Eva being in the chat. Shout out to Lloyd Collins for being in the chat. Sean Chantel. And Pug Adams was in the chat.
That's really cool.
He said he enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Yep.
And if you are somebody who came over from the listening because y'all, it doesn't really trend. Motherfuckers don't really come from the listening. That's fine. But it's fine. I'm not salty. What the fuck? Why give a fuck about? But let me stop. But if you are one of those people that transitioned over to like watch this nonsense, thank you a great deal, because I know that the mind state of someone who just tunes in to hear shit and go about their day is different than the mindset of somebody who'll be like, oh, let me turn this on the TV and go vacuum, or let me turn this on the TV and have my breakfast coffee or whatever, do whatever the fuck you doing. And so it means a lot to have you guys come from over there to over here. Now, to all those people that just watch regular, so don't be salty, listeners that came over, because this is a different message. Thank you for watching this shit. It means the world to us. I know I say that shit all the time, but I'm not bullshitting. A motherfucker like me, I don't know, like I said, like he said, he had a wonderful quarantine. Motherfucker like me, I did not have a wonderful quarantine. It's moments like this that I truly live for. I live to entertain. I live for a motherfucker to enjoy my little entertainment. A lot of us have things that we do that we consider is something that's special, or maybe even a contribution to the world. I've been entertaining professionally since I was 14. I don't really know how to do much else. So, granted, I'm not gonna lie. Says the motherfucker who wrote a book.
Right.
Motherfucker who changed careers, like going on like two different careers, 2 different decades.
Right.
I don't know how to do shit.
I don't know how to do nothing, man.
Okay, maybe that's bullshit. But this has been a consistent thing that I've always done. So thank you for clicking it. It's been the one consistent thing in my ever-changing life. Somebody actually called me out because I was telling a story about some time when we were running with some graffiti writers. And he was like, damn, graffiti writers? What the fuck haven't you done? Like, damn, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Oh, no, you another one of them motherfuckers.
You're like, damn, you what? Of course you do.
Again, you are one of them motherfuckers. You are put the guitar down, hop on the surfboard, grab the microphone for the stand up, run to the office ass nigga. Like, yeah.
Right.
But thank you all for coming here and checking this bullshit out. Him and I enjoy fucking around in here, but we enjoy definitely fucking around for y'all. With that being said, Ramon, it's only one word, ain't it?